It is public knowledge that the Team Unity administration is celebrating its 5th anniversary in government. And in this regard, I want to start on a special note of gratitude. Gratitude to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, because when faced with a choice on the 16th of February 2015, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, in an overwhelming way, chose Team Unity. On behalf of my cabinet colleagues and my own personal behalf, I want to express our sincerest gratitude and appreciation. When we came together way back on the 26th of September 2013, the nation stood in great expectation that the country would be united, great expectations that the extremes of the past would come to an end, great expectation that certainly the changes which the country need to put it at a better place would be effected by a Team Unity administration. 5 years later, as we look back and we look ahead, we can say to God be the glory. Today we can all stand very pleased that our country, St. Kitts and Nevis, is a beacon for many. Persons come from other islands and countries far and near. Few would want to leave what they consider to be our paradise. In every area of socioeconomic development, the Team Unity administration has advanced the agenda. We have advanced very well on all areas of the quality of life and indeed on the good governance agenda. Our country and people are enjoying unprecedented peace and stability. The tension in the land that was very pervasive in 2015 has now disappeared, and a beautiful spirit of calm and civility has taken root. We give thanks for this. Our economy is stronger and better than it was in 2015. Our country is moving in the right direction. We have delivered in keeping with our manifesto commitments, and we have gone even beyond them to address several of the issues left behind in our country. Indeed, when the Deputy Prime Minister speaks, in his capacity not just as a member of the Team Unity administration, but as a leader of the People's Action Movement, I expect that he will deliver more details regarding the outstanding achievements of the Team Unity administration. We contrast there and then and now. We examine the tension that was palpable then, the tensions in all areas of our society, the tensions in the relationship between the Nevis Island administration and the federal government that saw at one point a willful act by the federal government to deny the servants of the Nevis Island administration their due pay by bouncing their checks. We have come a long way so that today the leaders of Nevis are united on both sides of the political divide in saying that under Team Unity, the island of Nevis has experienced its best years, and best is still yet to come. I expect that when our foreign minister speaks, in his capacity as a member of the federal cabinet, and also in his capacity as premier and leader of CCM, he will give more tangible specifics as to how we had advanced the cooperation, the friendliness, the support to the Nevis Island administration, and by extension to the good people of Nevis. All in all, we stand at a good place now. It will be recorded that St. Kitts and Nevis, among all nations of the OECS, has the highest per capita income at this moment in time. It will be recorded that St. Kitts and Nevis has the strongest fiscal position at this time. It will be recorded by the World Justice Project in its report for 2019 that St. Kitts and Nevis is the best in the OECS with respect to the rule of law. And across 8 indicators of the rule of law and good governance, St. Kitts and Nevis stands best of all in the sub-region. These significant achievements did not come by chance. They came through hard work, a focused approach to the task of doing what was necessary and right for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. In this regard, I want to thank the cabinet colleagues who have worked with me collectively in the interest of our country. I thank the Honorable Sean Richards, the member for St. Christopher 5, our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education et al., for his strong support, not just as the Deputy Prime Minister, but as someone in which I could repose strongest confidence and from whom I've yielded strongest support. I want to thank the Honorable Mark Brantley as our Minister of Foreign Affairs and Aviation, but also as the leader of the Concerned Citizens Movement, for his advice, his support, and his commitment to team unity. I recall way back then, on that historic day, when we gathered at Greenland's Park for the official launch of the Team Unity movement and its leader. It was the Honorable Mark Brantley who introduced me and welcomed me as a leader of Team Unity. I want to thank him for his contribution. One of the bad inheritances which we had was that our country's good name was sullied. We had lost the respect of the international community. We had been sanctioned by the most powerful country on earth, the United States of America, with the issuance of the FinCEN advisory in May 2014. We had lost the trust and respect of the government and people of Canada when in November 2014, the government was moved to withdraw what we have all had and enjoyed for so long, visa-free access to Canada. In our manifesto for 2015, we indicated that part of our foreign policy agenda would be to recalibrate and reposition ourselves with these two most powerful countries in the hemisphere. The task and that responsibility have been left on the shoulders of our Minister of Foreign Affairs to execute. And while we have not had a perfect mark, our relationship with the United States of America and Canada are at the best they have ever been, significantly different and more improved than they were 5 years on. So we owe a debt of gratitude to the Honorable Mark Brantley. I want to commend and thank the member for number 4, the Honorable Lindsey Grant, our Minister of Tourism et al., for his work in that ministry and for the outstanding successes that have been achieved over the last 5 years. From an unknown country, we are now the leading destination with respect to cruise development in this part of the world. For 2 years in a row, we have achieved the high point of over 1 million cruise visitors to our shores. And we stand alone as being designated as a marquee port, a tremendous achievement in just 5 years. I want equally to thank the Honourable Member for St. Christopher VIII, the Honourable Eugene Hamilton, our Minister of Agriculture et al., for his support as a cabinet member, as my next door neighbor in terms of constituency alignment, and for his friendship. It was at his house I learned one day that the partisan politics of divisiveness was not helpful for the next generation. I said I learned that because one morning my daughter encouraged me to take her to Cayon, from which she were to make connection with her school friend to embark upon some school activity. And I was driving, only knowing I was to go to Cayon. Daddy, drive down, drive down, drive down. And she wouldn't say until I felt a little strange because the street or road that I was driving to was going to end before Mr. Hamilton's house. And I wonder, where is it Laverne is taking me? I then learned that her best friend was Eugene Hamilton's daughter. And I thought about it, should I leave my daughter there? Is Mr. Hamilton my adversary in the political landscape? What danger would befall her? And in the end, I realized that I couldn't say to my daughter, I can't take you to Eugene Hamilton's house because he's a big bam. I recognized that that could have been devastating. But it was a moment of revelation for me because it did show that the politics of divisiveness in our country could not last, and there would be no appetite for that among the generation after us. So I want to thank him for that lesson which I learned indirectly, and which perhaps helped me in the end, not only to emerge as a leader of Team Unity, but to keep an open mind with regard to the politics. When we came together, we said that we will put country above politics and party. We would live, as it were, the motto, country above selves. Certainly we can say that over the last 5 years, we have attempted hard to do that. There is still more of a journey to travel in that regard, but we believe that we are up to the task. I want to thank Minister Hamilton for his work with our farmers and with our fishers. And I want to thank him for achieving tremendous success in the build-out of our human settlements area, including the delivery of homes more affordable, more spacious than before. Allow me to thank the Honourable Vance Amory, our senior minister, and one who, when we started on this pathway of Team Unity, provided serious counsel and support to us. We will always feel a sense of gratitude to him for the counsel, the support, and the wisdom as a senior political figure who, before all of us, had risen to high political office as leader and founder of the CCM party. I want to thank him because over the last 5 years, the climate in the country has improved— the relationship between labor and employer has been improved, and the industrial landscape is much enhanced, structurally and otherwise, and that in large measure is due to his personality, his wisdom, and his upbringing and training, for which conciliation is an important part of resolving issues. I want to thank the Honourable Member for St. Christopher I, the Honourable Ian Patches Liebert, our Minister of Public Infrastructure, for being part of a cabinet that has been the best performing cabinet in our history. I want to thank him because he has presided over significant public infrastructure development and delivered like never before. Visitors to our country marvel at the outstanding road network that we have been able to do. Those who come here by cruise ships, they marvel and find great pride in the quality of our cruise spares. And I want to thank him for the work he has done in ushering the second cruise spare. For nigh 15 years before us, the second cruise spare had been promised and could not be delivered. The Honourable Ian Patches Liebert has made that work look easy. I want to thank him for the new developments that will come in utilities and, of course, in alternative energy. And I pledge to give him and to give all of my colleagues the fullest support. I must thank the Honourable Attorney General, who has kept us with a busy schedule in terms of our parliamentary calendar. I want to thank him for the reforms in the justice sector and the way in which we have been able to do much better in delivery of civil and, of course, criminal matters, particularly through the appointment of additional judges to our jurisdiction. In my statement at Parliament, I did indicate by way of contrast that in the last full calendar year of the bygone administration, the Parliament had met only 4 times. In 2019, we had doubled that, and we intend in our next term to ensure that Parliament serve as a fulcrum of a functioning democracy, where matters of interest to the people are being debated and ideas are being taken through the people, to the people, through the instrumentality of our Parliament. And as I reflect upon that, I reflect too that in the last year of the bygone administration, our Parliament was always like a prison, locked down and locked off even from parliamentarians. As the government of the day defied the Constitution, defied the law, defied the principles of Westminster model democracy, and refused for 26 months to hear and debate a motion of no confidence. As a result, every parliament, Stuart Street had to be cordoned off with policemen and army men ready to shoot to kill. This is part of the new governance and the good governance that we have brought to this land that we love. That those days are gone forever, and they will never be returned under the watch of the Team Unity administration. I want finally to say thank you to the public servants who have been helpful in getting the government settled and helpful in ensuring the build-out of so many new initiatives and programs, including our peace initiative. I want to commend Commissioner Brandy, Lieutenant Colonel Cumry, our National Security Advisor, and all the other personnel in our law enforcement agencies for the outstanding work, and of course the permanent secretary. It has been a team effort, as indeed the successes of this Team Unity administration I cannot take personal credit for, but I give credit to all in the cabinet and the support staff and the functionaries of the government that have helped us. A word to the supporters. We still need you. We still need your counsel and your support as we ready ourselves for the future. We will continue to count upon you. To the prayer warriors who assisted us tremendously during the lead up to the last campaign, I say thank you very much. One of them knows Sylvia Garnett is listening wherever she is in the United States of America. And so I say thank you to her and to all the others in the diaspora who have given such tremendous love, support, and encouragement to the country and to this government. So I end on this note of thank you to the people of the country and the island of Nevis, my father's land, and the island of St. Kitts, my birthplace and mother's land. I say a special thank you to the wonderful people of St. Christopher 7, who through 6 federal elections have always treated me better than I deserve. 93, 95, 2000, 2004, 2010, and 2015. And whenever the elections are called, which are due by August 2020, I am assured of another outstanding, successful return.